Hi, I'm Icela Alice. I am going to be reading a script from one of the books that I am writing. I am writing 8 books. This topic is on deja vu Mandela effects. Unfortunately, I have had a lot of personal experience witnessing and going through myself deja vu Mandela effects. Have you ever experienced something and felt as if it has happened before? With as many as thousands of things that I have personally been aware of as those that I have experienced myself or witnessed for others, I can tell you that I think the number of times deja vu Mandela effects have taken place has increased over the years. Deja vu is a French term which describes the sense of reliving an event of the present as if it has already gone on in the past. A Mandela effect is the popular phrase coined by Fiona Broome, I think that's how you say her last name, in 2009 that discusses how many people may remember things while others may remember things as being a different way. Yes, the ideas behind confabulation could explain false memories and how forgetting certain things could cause someone to fill in the blanks as it happening a way it never did, but when it comes to the mysteries of particle physics tests, I believe there is a formulated answer the public has just not been told yet. Changing various things like colors, the spelling of names, catchphrases, and so on seems like a harmless way to test out an underground science of aliens or humans being the advanced cause behind many Mandela effects. I also see the extreme potential of the reality of colliding universes being a more natural way of how things could change, but then again, maybe certain realities are programmed by nature or unnaturally by quantum computers to collide, such like how the Milky Way and Andromeda are on a path of blending. Is this natural or was it programmed by quantum computers? I have to think of all possibilities and natural parallel universes as well as unnatural ones being edited in, which makes the most sense for me as options. I know that for most things on Earth, there are tests done to make sure everything is safe for the public, but I wonder if this is also the case for organizations that test particles with hadron colliders and any other sources such like alien technology. I wonder if during most deja vu Mandela effects, our human population has forgotten that something already happened a first time. Why do certain people forget the first time and the second as if their memories have completely been erased along with the space-time physically, while others may be more spiritually awakened are able to remember the first and the second time something has happened exactly the same, or else they just recall the second time? From my personal experiences with this phenomenon, I have been quite conscious of certain things happening a first time and then watch them go about a second and even a third time while remembering all of the occasions, while other times I have unfortunately not been allowed to forget the first time something has happened, but definitely retrace the deja vu Mandela effect at the second time. The part where these occurrences have been worldwide phenomenon is from space-time actually deleting certain events from our personal universe, our multiverse sequence of many universes, causing people to also forget what has once been. Usually, for deja vu Mandela effects, I have gone through myself. I have been conscious of a certain length of time ranging from however many seconds, minutes, hours, or even months that have seemed to repeat months or years down the road. What I mean to say is if you count every example of being exactly the same to the past where it was the first set of memories, you can eventually count up to hundreds or thousands of times in length of time that are linked together for deja vu, even 4 months long or longer. I have experienced up to 4+ months being exactly the same before, as well as witnessing this for others. I have even experienced and witnessed other celebrities on Instagram posting everything in order exactly the same as they did from the middle of November 2022 to March 2023, and to go on to make the very same post all over again at different points of time. This is wild to see. I am confused on if the rest of some memories were something that I was not consciously aware of from the start, as if space-time was paused, rewound, and dropped to a parallel universe, or else if the particle physics was instantly deleted while our one main self still carried on. These examples would hold true for things that I have experienced and either forgotten the first time at first, and even for things which I had not remembered the order of what came first, such like a personal grievance when my uncle passed away in December 2022, and I was only conscious for one passing, but oddly enough, I was fully present in the moments physically, I think, for December 2021 and December 2022, where he bought the same cookbook for my cousin both years, when really the first time was Mandela affected away and removed from space-time, so he unknowingly bought the book again. For the second memory of mine, but for the first memory of everyone else in my family, this gathering in 2022 had to take place because he had passed on, so we were handing out Christmas gifts in honor of him. But for the first memory of 2021, it was as if I was in a parallel universe in the future a year early, where the same gathering was held and my uncle was not present during it. The gathering was for the passing, so it was very confusing as why it happened in 2021, and I was not conscious of any passing is what I'm saying, but I was conscious of this gathering because of the passing. And then in 2022, for the real reality for everyone else, and again for myself for a second time, I experienced the same thing. I admit that even as a higher intellect, I would like to think that I can recall all, but I too have unfortunately forgotten a lot of things that had once happened and been erased from my space-time through Mandela affecting, but then realized either right away as something was happening again, or a few seconds or minutes after that I had currently been dealing with something I had already gone through. This itself takes a great deal of strength to fight against particle physics and how it relates to consciousness from loss of matter in space-time, if indeed meddling has occurred. I wonder if the spiritual self and the idea that we have a quantum computer as our brain can be able to retrace lost memories, as if we have grown back our brainwaves or else kept them all along, even when space-time has physically and non-physically been destroyed and dropped to a parallel universe. I also have theories on a shared being with a quantum computer as my brain, as if the other parts of our memories during these times were given to the main parallel self, ourselves, who hold the consciousness for parts we had forgotten. Thank you for everyone's time watching this.